much easier to get out of the pot. Ah! Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Why would I do that? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar Palette. I finally got mine in the mail. I think it was yesterday. So we are going to review it today, do a full face of makeup kind of impression, and we're going to talk about it and see if it's worth the hype. So I have never used Jeffree Star eyeshadows before, so this is like a first impressions on that too. This is the now famous packaging. Like, I have no words today. There's nothing really on the back other than like where it's made and everything. Expiration date 12 months, cruelty free, of course. And it's got these nice metal clasps. I was kind of afraid of this feeling very cheapy, but it feels very expensive. And this was $52. And then we open it up and we have the big mirror and all of the shadows on the face. I'm going to prime my face with the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. This just wakes up the skin, and I've never really used it as a makeup primer, so we'll see how it works. It's supposed to just like infuse your skin with really good things for it. So we're going to let this dry. So the first thing I'm going to do is my brows, just because we're going to do the eyes and everything first, because these are super pigmented. I want to see what the fallout is like. I don't want to put all my makeup on and have it have really bad fallout. I also have not watched any reviews. The only thing I've watched is the initial video when it was launched. I haven't watched any other reviews. So I have no impressions. I'm going to brush out my eyebrows first. I am using the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil. I really like this one. It's a very good color for my hair. Do the swatches first, and then I'll get taped up because I am going to be using Scotch tape for my eyes. So in here, if you guys don't know anything about the palette, everything is medical themed. I'm just going to cover up the thing, hopefully y'all can see it. Everything is medical. So I kind of want to dip into the purples, but I really like the burgundies. The gold is really pretty. I don't know. Well, let's just swatch Glucose. That's the white shade first. Oh my gosh, that's creamy. That's so white. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand. So you guys can see it is pigmented even on my pale skin. I really want to use root canal, so let's see how this goes. Oh, that's so pretty. Now again, this is without a base underneath, but that is so pigmented. Like, it's so dark, or not dark, but like it's very rich. And by the way, since these are cruelty free, they can kind of stain your skin. Just an FYI. I'm gonna swatch Coma, but I'm not messing up the imprint. That's gorgeous. I think I'm gonna use that color. This one feels different. It almost feels drier. Maybe it's a pigment. I know like some of these are pressed pigments. Yeah, Prick, Root Canal, Cherry Soda, Cavity, Extraction, Tongue Pop, O Positive, Sugarcane, Cake Mix, Fresh Meat, Coma, and Sweetener are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. So that was Coma. Is that one of the ones I just read? Yes. So the pigments do feel a bit different. But oh well. But Root Canal felt really creamy. So I don't know if it's just because of how I swatched it, which it's possible. I like extraction too, so we're gonna, there it is, there it is. And you can kind of tell, yeah, like these definitely stain. But you can kind of tell with how I'm swatching it back and forth how it's gonna blend. But we'll see. So we'll see how some of the other colors look once I get them on my face. But let's get started. So I am going to set my base with this angled brush, and I'm going to go in with glucose, which is the white. When I initially dip the brush in, there is some kickback. And let's see. This is just gonna hold everything in place. We're gonna see how this blends on a sticky base. With my brush here. And again, this isn't for color, this is for like blending purposes later. And if you don't set this NYX base down with something, it will like crease on you quite a bit. So we're gonna blend this out. There is very minimal kickback, just like the initial dip of the brush kind of gives you a little bit of powder, but as I'm dipping, you know, repeatedly into it, because I am dipping twice per eye here, it's not giving me much at all. I'm going to use Root Canal, which again is a pigment. It's not meant for the immediate eye area. It is eye safe, but it's eye safe, but you don't want, like, it's probably going to stain. So Root Canal, I'm just going to dip in, and there's like no kickback from this pigment at all, but it is on the brush. I'm using this with an eye contour brush from e.l.f. And this is going to be kind of our transition color. I'm going in very lightly to start, and then we'll build it up. I'm just darkening the color in now. I'm using the same color. I'm taking the brush I used first with glucose, and I'm just going to soften this edge. I really like this. This was worth the money. I can tell you that already. Thinking about doing Twitch. Like, I'll still do YouTube, but I want to do Twitch because I'm so afraid to do like body paint and special effects, because I'm afraid they're gonna be like, oh, this is intended for mature audiences only, and like you can put that disclaimer on Twitch, like say like, you know, this is for mature audiences if you like cuss and stuff like that, but like it's kind of up to your discretion rather than YouTube's random things, like their random changing guidelines. I think that looks really cool. I kind of had like a vision in my head, but I hadn't tried it yet, so we're gonna see how this ends up working out, because this could just be a disaster as we go here. So I'm gonna take a pencil brush, very light one. This is a Morphe 431, M431, and I'm gonna take Coma, which is that dark kind of purple here. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. And I'm kind of going around the imprint because I really like the medical like staff with the wings right here, and darken this up and create kind of a cut crease almost. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about doing it, and Sean and I, like, I don't know if Sean really was up on this idea last night, but it kind of seemed like a good idea, and you guys can tell me what you think, is doing, like, a couples channel where, Sean plays, like, some of his games, because he does play most of the really popular games. He plays PUBG, which I've started playing on mobile, and I'm addicted. He plays Sea of Thieves, which I've started playing with him, and I really like that game. That one's really fun, and actually one I can get into. But he plays Smite, which I've dabbled in, not very good at it. And then he plays Paladins, which I think is a new game. That might be in beta, but I know he's trying it. And what else does he play? Smite. I know he does not play Fortnite, which a lot of people play. I'm gonna just take a clean blending brush. This is a Frankie Rose brush, and we're just gonna kind of blend this a little bit so it's not so harsh on those edges. But anyway, back to Twitch. So Sean plays those games, and those are kind of like the main ones right now on Twitch. I think it would be really fun to do like a 4-screen kind of thing, or maybe like a split screen. I think it would have to be at least 3. Of like Sean playing a game, and you know, you can see him playing it, and like the screen, but then me doing like a kind of cosplay or makeup look from one of the characters from the game. I think that could be fun. But we have to see about the equipment and how much money it would be, and you know, all of that stuff. So I'm kind of just like dabbling with the idea. I am going to do the lid, but I'm going to take some more of the primer that we used before. I will say there is like no purple on my skin down here. Like I could have done my face before I did this, but it wouldn't be as sharp. I really don't know what to do for the lid color. Like maybe I will do Donor, which is this gorgeous gold, if you guys can see it, this one right here. Or like Sweetener, or Cavity I think could be cool. Is Cavity a pigment though? Let me see. Wait, Cavity isn't a pigment? It's not? Interesting. Is this scented? A little. Like a little tiny bit. It kind of smells like vanilla. Maybe we'll do Cavity on the bottom. So let's do the gold. Let's do Donor. Let's do a shimmer, because we've tried mattes. And this isn't a pigment. Now I expect some serious payoff, and I'm using this dry. Now is this one is not a pigment either. Just using this little semi-circle brush, and clearly you can see it's pigmented. So I'm just packing this on with the brush. Again, no fallout, not even a little. Get right up there, there's none. So there is the eyelid. I feel like this is a very royal look. Like it's very regal. We're gonna do some liner now. I think, like, how many colors did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the lid. And then we'll use a couple more. I'm gonna use this eyeliner from the Beauty Crop. It's called the Wing Woman. And it is kind of a marker, so we're gonna see how this works over top of the glitter. We're gonna peel this off very carefully. Ta-da! Yes! Very graphic, very sharp, very nice. Feel very queenly with this like gold and purple kind of gig. So this side kind of got a little bumpy, but that's more my fault. So now we're gonna do the face. So I'm just gonna close this for the time being and set it off to the side. We'll come back because I want to do some like stuff underneath here. My hands look crazy. What am I doing? We're looking good. I really like the eyes. Like I can't stop looking at them. They're so pretty. Let's work on some, let's go back to the eyes a little bit here. I'm gonna tight line my lash line with a gray pencil from CoverGirl. So now we're going to go on the lashes. I'm just going to use these ones. These are my 500 lashes from that random company from IMATS last year. And they're kind of a crisscross lash. And I'm going to use the Velour lash glue. So we're going to put on some mascara. This is the Lash Paradise. This is just my favorite one right now. And the bottle is so like beat up at this point. But I'm just gonna wipe off the excess. Okay, so I think we can go back into the palette now. And I think I'm gonna use 2 more colors at least. And just bring this together. So I'm gonna go in with my little smudge brush here, and I'm gonna go in the cavity, which is this pink. And we're gonna just put this on the bottom lash line. And I think this just like took it to another level here, because it's just bringing all that color together. It makes it so much more dramatic. Okay, and for the inner corner, I'm going to use Sweetener, which is the other shimmery pigment shade, I believe. And it's kind of peachy. I think it's just going to add a nice little pop here. Colors, I will be doing other looks with this palette for sure. If you guys hadn't figured out, my final thoughts on the palette are it's freaking amazing. So I'm just going to put it back in the unicarton, and we're going to finish off our face. So for the lip color, I am going to be using Rose Madder from Jeffree Star. This is my favorite scent, the Root Beer Float. So here we go. Okay, and now this is obviously going to dry matte. So before anything else, I'm going to set this with my Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. And there you have it. So that is the end of this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was really long, but I really wanted to work with the palette, see how it blends, see what it does, try some new techniques. I think this looks really pretty. So I am just super impressed with the palette. I think it's gorgeous. I will definitely be doing another tutorial with it in the near future, maybe using some of the more burgundy tones and the neutral tones, since that is like do more of a everyday kind of look. This is definitely like more of a special occasion look, but I wish I had this palette when I was performing, because the colors are just so pretty. They're so different, and they're so bright. I think that they're really amazing if you're painting for the back row. It's gorgeous, and look how clean it still is. Like, there is no kickback on the shadows, and I love that the names are right on there, that they're not on one of those stupid little plastic things. And I did remove the shadows with a Neutrogena makeup wipe, and there was no staining at all. Even my fingertips, they're a little pink, but again, I wiped them off with a makeup wipe and it came off right away, so once you shower, it's gonna come off. But that is it, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, like the video, and check out my other videos before you go anywhere else. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!